We're making great progress. We've already made the book cloth, and today I'm going to start assembling the case. I'm sorry, it's in two parts. I know that sucks. The first thing we're going to talk about is grain line, which does matter. So this sushi mat, you can see it folds really easily in that direction, and it doesn't at all in the other direction. It's the same deal with your chipboard. If you have, if those bamboo skewers are your grain line, you want those to run parallel to the spine, because then if your chipboard warps, if your covers warp, it'll look crazy, but it'll still open. If they're running perpendicular and it warps, it will look crazy and not open. So for functional reasons, you want to make sure that your grain line is the right direction. You can figure out your grain line by just bending the chipboard. It'll bend easier in the direction, along the grain line, the same way as the bamboo sushi mat. So I made this template and I cut out a circle. That's just like how I'm going to transfer the oval shape. And then I'm measuring my book and cutting out the chipboard. This is 2 millimeter thick chipboard, and I'm cutting it to match the dimensions of the text block. That's what I do. I do the width exactly, and then I add 1/4 inch to the height. And I make sure that the grain line will run parallel to where the spine is going to hit. So I cut out 4 of these for this book that has extra thick covers because of the hand embroidery. And then I'm going to take one of those and I'm going to use the template I cut out to transfer that oval shape. This is so that I know exactly where to place my hand embroidery. I have been asked how I know how to do this and where I learned and what tutorial I'm following. I am not and have not and do not. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up. Genuinely, I couldn't find a great tutorial for this specific thing I wanted to do. Other people have done it. This isn't like an original idea. I've seen people do it, but I couldn't find a tutorial. So I'm making up my own. That's what I'm doing. I cut out that oval shape, and then I put a second piece of that flat chipboard is what I'm going to adhere the tomatoes to. I wish I had embroidered these on a piece of fabric big enough to just cover that whole sheet of chipboard. I didn't. I would change that next time. I ended up patching those little corners. But I'm going to tape it to the bottom. I center it, figure out where I want it, and then I tape it down so it won't wiggle while I fold up half of it and glue it down. And then I'm going to fold up the bottom part and glue that down as well. I'm making this up as I go. It is working. So, I have some notes, but nothing life altering. It is going fine. But I don't have a tutorial. This is the tutorial. I'm making it for you right now in case you're in my position. So the third and fourth pieces of that chipboard, I'm going to glue together. That's going to be the back cover. And then I make the spine. Mine ended up being 20 millimeters thick. There are a lot of different ways to measure the spine. People don't necessarily agree. Then the very last thing I'm going to do is glue this oval cutout piece to my book cloth, because in the next part, I'm going to attach the tomatoes and then the rest of it. And this all is going to sit and dry overnight. So it is bone dry tomorrow when I keep assembling, I guess.